Today for my video project, we are going to be talking about plants and how to properly plant seeds and different types of plants, such as succulents, like this ogre ear right here, as it is called because it looks like ogre ears. Today we are going to learn how to plant that, and we are going to learn how to plant basil seeds. Now personally, they are very easy to plant because they are a very hardy plant. They do not get killed very easily. I've been growing them for about 3 months now, and they're growing pretty well. Okay, first you need to have soil. I personally mix up my own soil because it is a lot easier that way, and it has nutrients in it that you normally would not have. And I'm going to use this very small little pot. And you just need to have it cleaned out, usually. You can leave a little bit of dirt in there, not very much, but also you need to have water and you need to have fertilizer, because even though it is a small plant, you still need to have this stuff. And you might be best to take a spoon or something like that in some sort of container to easily shovel it in there. And the thing with this type of plant is you need to water it daily. And so I'm going to open up my basil seed packet. It's easy to keep seeds, by the way, in straws when you're not using them, because then they will not end up getting lost or loose. And so you simply take the seeds and you sprinkle them in the top. You can sprinkle them in together, or you can put them in the soil and then put a little bit more soil on top in order for it to be covered. Not too much, because then if you do cover it too much, they will not grow properly. And it's best to actually put them in a terracotta pot beginning, so that if you do overwater them, which it's very hard to overwater a seed, it will drain out because terracotta wicks away moisture. And so what I'm going to do is I have my handy dandy needle over here that is used for irrigation, and you simply just spray over where the seeds are. And that's all you need to do for that. And you just sit it in a window, and in about a week, it'll start to sprout. And within a month, it'll look like this. These I've had for about a month and a half, and they are already sprouting what are called secondary leaves, which are right here and right here. They are leaves that look a lot like the adult plants, and they'll start to continue doing this, and they'll keep getting bigger and bigger. And this is what a very, 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 very young basil plant looks like. But each one of these has the potential to grow into a giant basil plant, which is really neat. But this is not all that the video is going to be about. We are going to plant a succulent. This is how to plant a succulent. These are very, very young succulents that I actually sprouted from the leaves, because succulents don't have seeds. They sprout their little babies from leaves. And so you need to have a layer of some sort of drainage material like beads, glass, or rocks. I prefer rocks or beads, but today we're going to use cut glass, which I've been collecting. And you see you need to have a layer of sand and then a layer of soil, and then you need to have rocks on top just so that the soil doesn't erode. So, I already have my glass right here, and it's all in a jar, a glass in a glass. And we are going to take some sand from this big old thing right here, and we are going to put about this much sand in there, because there needs to be about equal sand and soil in order for it to be properly done. And if it starts to go into the glass, that's okay, because the thing is, succulents need really good drainage. They don't do well when their feet are wet, so to say. I don't like when my feet are wet. I don't do very well when my feet are wet. I need to get them dry. Same thing with succulents. And you also need to test to make sure that your plant will do good. See, it looks like it'll be able to breathe whenever the soil's in there. So we're going to add a little bit more sand so that that'll work properly. And sometimes you need to empty a little bit out because you sometimes get too much. But that's why you always have a big container, not like a bag or anything like that. Next, we are going to screw the lid back on our sand container. And we are going to put a small little layer of soil right now. And make sure there's nothing in there. Because sometimes there are bugs and stuff like that. Sometimes bugs are okay, like worms. Those are okay. Other things such as crickets and little flies and everything like that, that's not okay in your soil. See, like right now I have some seeds in here, and I shouldn't. And so you put a little bit of layer of soil. I'll show it in a second, how it looks. Get all the different little plant parts, because sometimes if there's big pieces of plant, that's not good, but sometimes little pieces of plant add nutrients. See, right now that's what it looks like. And we are going to gently take the plant out, put it right here, and then we are going to spoon the rest of the soil around it. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Here, let me actually scoop this a little bit so that it can get deeper. Sometimes with succulents, you need to make sure that the roots are extra dry before you do this. This is pretty much what it'll look like in the end. And this is a really good way to actually have a really great gift for somebody, but this is what we're going to do in the classroom with the little tiny succulents. And so that's all you need to know. Thanks so much for watching my video.